Yo, it's Tape Health and Hustle coming live to you. Let me give y'all my perspective on a few things. A few people been hitting me up in the DM. They've been asking questions and leaving comments. Let's get to it. Let's start. Number one. Yo, Tape, where's the music? Now, I take a lot of pride in my music, being the creator that I am. I want to be able to give y'all the best that I can give y'all out of a project. If you're paying attention now how things are going musically, it's in a different space. So you might see me dropping little singles here and there. And I got some artists coming out too, so it's gonna be worth the wait. Number two, what do you think about the music scene in Detroit? For me, I love what's happening with the music scene in Detroit. As far as artists, expressing their creativity and the things that they went through. Detroit is one of the hardest cities, and I'm from here, so I gotta represent that. But our culture is just different. You gotta put up or shut up around here. And that's what I grew up in. That's what I express through my music. And I really, respect and appreciate the young artists that's out here doing it. So salute to everybody that's killing it right now. And the up and coming ones, keep grinding. Let's get it. Number three, how is it living in LA coming from Detroit? LA for me is it's a bigger place, you know what I'm saying? And I look at myself like a great thinker, a big thinker. I feel like my thoughts occupy more space, you know what I mean? So being in Detroit is a small, place to move around. With that, I need to be able to think bigger. So I need to see bigger things. You know what I mean? I need to see the double R's. I need to see the celebrities. I need to see all of this, so I can know where I fit in. I know I fit in amongst the Royals. I am royal, I'm royal blood. Detroit King Tape. Fourth question is, how long have you been practicing a healthy lifestyle? Well, for me, this started when I was a teen. So I've been vegan for over 20 years. Just when I first went to the feds, I started thinking different. It was like college for me. They gave me 7 years and 3 months, my first offense ever as a teenager. But I took that time, and instead of just procrastinating, bullshitting, or jacking it off, just waiting on my time, I worked on my time. So that meant I read the self-help books. I meditated, I fast, and I learned as much as I can about self-improvement. I learned that if you can't control what you're putting inside your body and inside of you, you can't control shit outside of you. So that's why I've been practicing health, mentally, physically, spiritually, since I was a teenager. And I try to balance those worlds out. So you may see me on my gangster shit, you might see me on some fly shit, you might see me on some healthy shit. You know what I mean? And it's just all a collective of showing you the balance in life. This is how I balance it out, because if you don't have balance, then guess what? You have nothing. Gotta balance it out. Okay, next question. What projects are you currently working on? Well, I have a list of projects that I'm working on, from film, entertainment, musically, health products, tequila, grab the merch, Health and Hustle, .com. The tequila, we'll have that in a couple months. I know everybody been waiting on that Cien Verde, but it's coming. So just stay tuned. It has a great taste, and for those that can drink responsibly, I hope you really enjoy it, and I know you will. A lot of people ask me like, damn, how do you have a tequila and you have a detox? That's the brand, Health and Hustle. You gotta have the hustle, you gotta get the bag, and you gotta have your health, mentally, physically, and spiritually. So with that being said, you got to balance it out. It goes back to balance again. As far as like music, I'm currently working on a project, wrapping up this project. I have a great body of work. Musically, what I wanted to do is with everything in life, I wanted to show growth. I did the gangster shit. I ran the blocks. I did all this right here. And fortunately, I'm still here to talk about it. So with that being said, I want to show as much growth in everything that I touch, because life is all about evolving. I have a couple artists that I'm working with that put some fire music out. We're writing. So I've been doing a lot of writing, producing, different projects. I'm in town right now. Detroit, what up, though? You know what I'm saying? Tap in. Working with a few partners of mine on a Donald Goins project. If you don't know who Donald Goins is, look him up. You know what I mean? It's gonna be very interesting. He was a great author that was here. A lot of his work was based on gangster shit, street life, you know what I mean? Pimps, prostitutes, gangsters, just showing the life, shedding a light on the underworld. you know, which a lot of us from Detroit come from, we're very familiar with. But he shed a light on that, and now we want to be the ones who help shed a light on his story, because it's a very interesting story. I had the Health and Hustle show. We're releasing that next month. We're going to start releasing episodes of that, the Health and Hustle show, which is going to be more like a podcast / lifestyle show. I want to bring y'all along a journey, no matter whether I'm traveling out of the country, making deals, you know, or just enjoying myself, or just actually experiencing or practicing something healthy. And I say mentally, physically, and spiritually, because you got to always remember to keep that philosophy. People will buy a luxury car and put the best petrol in there, put the best gas in there. But at the same time, they'll pull that same car to a McDonald's and eat motherfucker, or a Coney, and eat, you know what I'm saying, the worst shit ever. I pride myself on, you know, practicing the lifestyle of health all around the board. So the same research I would do on, if I'm working on a project or a business deal, I'm gonna do that same research on what I'm consuming. You know, even thoughts or whatever, like I'm gonna reevaluate everything and make sure, assess that I'm making the right moves in life. That's where I'm at. So if you at that point in your life, you need to assess yourself daily, run a check to make sure all systems are go. You ain't gonna get on no motherfucking plane without that bitch, the checklist going. So you are the plane. Let's take flight, let's get it, Detroit can't take. Okay, so the big question, you know what I'm saying, a lot of ladies hit me up and ask me, am I single? You know, and my thing is this right here, I'm focused. My response is I'm focused because, and this message is for men and women, until you reach the levels that you need to reach in life as far as accomplishing goals, I think your focus needs to be solely on achieving what you planned out and you worked so hard for, and build something for you and your family. You gotta remember, and it's just like I tell my daughter, so I say, you wanna be a wife, you wanna be a mother one day. I said, so guess what? You have to keep that at the forefront, because the moves that you make can affect your future children. You know, that's why I tell her you have to watch the company that you keep, your thoughts, your actions, everything, because it'll affect your decision making. And when she calls and asks me, what should I do? Should I go to this pool party? Should I do this? It's a simple question that I hit her with. I say, would your husband allow you to do that? Would that be, you know what I mean? Would that sit well with him? And once she thinks about that, and I hit her with another thing, I say, hey, would your children, how would they look at you if they knew their mother did this, or they saw that? Or would this move that you're making affect to where your safety is in danger, to where you may not be here to have that family or those children? After I put that in perspective like that, she sees it differently and she understands more. So parents, if you're dealing with young teenage children, that's especially women growing into motherhood, or men, whatever, like going into manhood. But, you know what I mean, find a way to relate to them, you know, to where you can have great conversations with your children. Because if you can't communicate with your children or anybody, you're not gonna be able to get an understanding. So, signing off this tape, Health and Hustle, I just wanted to answer a few questions with y'all. I want to bring y'all into my life, let y'all know what it is. The Health and Hustle show is coming soon. Pay attention. I tell them first you get the money, then you get the flex. I keep shooters on, protecting my investment. I'm a legend from the 7, gotta keep the business separate. I fillet me on a